What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT. That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan the Man. Come to you with another great conversation piece on today. And before we get started, I want to thank you for joining me here on RMT. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it today. I want to talk about living your best life. That's right, living your best life. Yeah, we're going to talk about living your best life. Your best life, not your best life. You know, it's it's about Lil Duval. He got a song called "I'm Living My Best Life." Hey, I ain't going back and forth with you. But yeah, but no, that's not what we're talking about today. We talking about living your best life. All right. So one thing that we tend to do when we doing that is we lie to ourselves. That's the crazy part. Once you convince yourself that what you doing is right, once you convince yourself that I don't care how bad the situation is, that it's the right thing that I should be doing, when we convince ourselves of the lie, that's the most detrimental thing that we could do. Most detrimental thing. And I just go into different phases, right? And one phase is living the facade that you might be doing better than, well, you might show. It might look like you're doing better than what you really are in life. And it's easy to hide that. And you can hide it with debt. Getting into deep debt. A lot of people are very depressed. So what it look like on the outside, it look good. Everybody's dressing nice. Nice automobile, nice crib, nice job. The image look good, but the debt is outrageous. The cost of your living is high. And I'm not saying that's for all people, but some people just want the image to look good in front of other people. And by you wanting that image to look good in front of people to perceive you to be something that for you to look like you better than them. Yeah. So we don't make the proper sacrifices to be that, but we do the proper lies in order to seem like we are that. And I think that, once you fall into that trap of having that image and not actually having the money, you'll go down a rabbit hole and you'll continue to sink. And it's one thing that I've learned. The sacrifices that you don't make when you're young, you pay for it when you get older. The sacrifices that you don't make when you're young, you pay for it when you get older. If you don't make the sacrificing of paying your bills on time or getting your credit together when you get older and just say that you want to buy a house or certain things that you want to purchase, you might can purchase it, but the interest rate will be higher. Or you might can't purchase it at all because you don't have your credit together or you haven't saved up enough money to be able to purchase those items. Even with your health. When you're young, your system operates, it's rapid. You can digest stuff quicker. Your what's it called? Metabolism. Yeah, your metabolism is higher. So you break down food, you get off it faster. You don't hold as much weight. And so you might just eat what you want to eat and do what you want to do while you're young. Do a lot of partying, eat a lot of things you don't supposed to be eating. And it's not affecting you because you're so young. You're able to overcome it real quick. But as you continue to get older, you probably can't get that weight off. You start to have health problems. If you're not taking care of your teeth start to decay because you haven't been doing what you need to do. But on the outside to people, it looked like you have. But once the glitz and the glam start to wear off, people start to see, well, it was just smoke and mirrors. that wasn't actually you. And us lying to ourselves about our finances, us lying to ourselves about our health, us lying to ourselves about relationships that we in. Because a lot of us in relationships out of circumstance. Yeah, out of circumstance because somebody got pregnant. Yeah. Or the fact that you think this probably the most attractive person you never been with and you might not get nobody that look or that's comparable to who they are. So you want to stay in that relationship. Then you're afraid. You're afraid to get out of that relationship because you're scared to be single. Or you're afraid to get out that relationship because this person has money. You know, it's a multitude of different reasons why we might stay in relationships, but long as we continue to lie to ourselves, we'll never be able to take it to the next level or elevate ourselves out of that relationship and grow from it. In every circumstance that we go into and we lie, we can't never grow from the situation because of the lie is keeping us stagnant at the level that we at. Once we start to not accept that lie, once we start to be honest to ourselves, then we can really start living our best life. Once you start to be honest with yourself, you can start to live your best life because that lie is going to be in your mind and make you accept the fact that I ain't got to look at my shortcomings. I ain't got to look at what I'm doing wrong. I ain't got to look at what I'm foul at. I don't have to do any of those things. I don't have to look back over my health and say, well, you know what? I could stand to lose a couple of pounds. I could stand to stop eating this or stop doing that. I could stand to go to the gym once or twice a week or take a walk here and there. I could stand to look at my finances to see where I'm overspending or I'm spending too much money or I should be paying my bills on time. I can start to look at that. Or I can start to not go out and take these trips that I really can't afford. I'm just going on trips that to be able to post on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snap, Instagram, Facebook, Snap, Twitter. I'm able to TikTok. I'm able to post on these social media platforms and make it look a certain way. Yeah, I'm able to make it look a certain way on social media. That way, people won't see the fact that how I'm really living. I'm really living a certain type of way, but you can't tell because of the way that I post things. Because when my kids go out, my kids got all the latest fashion on. When you and your children go out, y'all got the latest fashion. Y'all got the latest iPhone. Y'all got the latest technology. So it might not seem like y'all not doing bad financially, but to put up it it takes a lot of energy to put up something that's false and continue to do it. It takes a lot of energy to do that. And I think that we are okay with putting up that false image and living a lie. We're okay putting up a false image and living a lie long as I feel like I'm doing better than other people. Not that I'm actually doing, but long as I feel like I'm doing better than other people, it's okay for me to post this because I'm doing better than so and so. It looks like I'm doing better than them. I don't know for sure, but based off what I have and what they don't have, it looks like I'm doing better. So the trips that I take and the pictures that I post and the things that we doing, yeah, I'm doing all them things, but in the back I'm really struggling to pay my bills. And God forbid if something was to come up, if God forbid if emergency come up and I have to post my cash out on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter or text some of my friends and have to borrow some money and they be like, dang, didn't I just see you going on a trip? You just came back from Mexico. And you just go to the Beyonce concert, like, and you need to borrow some money. Then you just buy a house and you gotta borrow some money. You just got that new car. You just got that Benz and you need to borrow some money. Wow, I can't. And people are so happy to see that what you really posting about, that it's not true. It's not true. You got very few people that will be proud or you'll be happy when you're doing good. Have you ever noticed, like, when, even especially with celebrities, when they seem to be going through a trying time in their life, they get all the likes, get all the posts when they out here wilding out. You know, they see them at the club, they just doing, getting arrested, doing all type of things. It's all in the media, all in social media. People reposting, they sharing and everything. But once that celebrity start to do something positive, they don't get as many likes, they don't get as many views, they don't get as many shares. I know this young man go by Boot Game. Young man, he was wilding out on the internet for a little bit, going in the stores, grabbing stuff, running out the stores, and just doing a lot of things that got a lot of views on different social media platforms. So he ended up going to jail. So the same guy that went in, he went to jail and he changed his life. He found God and he changed his life and he started to go in a more positive way. Do he still get some views? Yeah, he do, but not like he did before. Not like he did before since he changed his life. And I'll say this too. When you be honest with yourself and you're not living the best of what people think you should live, you might not have as many friends. You know, when you accepting that reality of this what I'm actually going through and this where I'm actually at. People love to be around a lie. They love to be around the people that's winning. And if you don't look like you winning or you're not putting on the image that you're winning, they don't want to be around that. Do anybody want to be around a loser? You know? Do anybody want to be around when you're going through or when you're building something? Really just going to be the people around you that love you. That's about it. We as people, sometimes, and I'm going to say especially, as parents, sometimes we got to accept the fact that we have to quit lying to our children, lying to ourselves. We do. Because sometimes our children be going down the wrong path and we feel like we don't have to discipline them. We don't have to turn them around because we want to be their friend. We so focused on being a friend instead of being a parent when they need a parent, when they need discipline, when they need someone to tell them that they are doing wrong and to point them in the right direction, or give them examples of the things that you did in your life and what helped you come to the place where you at. But if you're not doing what you need to do in life, how they gonna be able to listen to you if you're not living the example in front of them? We'll talk to our children, but we'll never show them. They're not gonna listen to the speech. They're gonna look at the action. They're not gonna listen to the speech. They're gonna look at your actions to see if it's lining up with exactly what you talking about. Because if your actions not lining up with what you're talking about, they don't need to listen. Then if your action is lining up with what you're talking about, they have an example of something to follow than something to listen to. You know how all these platforms that say follow? On every platform you got to follow, you got a like button to follow and like somebody. Right? So when you're a parent, none of these platforms said listen, it said follow. So when you're a parent, you want your child to follow, because it's going to be by the actions that you show where they're going to follow you. But if you lie to yourself about who you are and what you're doing, they ain't going to see that when they staying there with you. They going to see all those. And not only that, I think even with being public figures, I think as human beings, what we do is we put people on pedestals that they shouldn't be on. Some people don't even ask to be on those pedestals, but we put them there. And so since we done put them there, now they got to continue to keep the lie going because people won't accept them for who they really are. And there's a lot of people, you can't be who you want to be because you done lied to them and you put on the image. So they not going to accept who you really are, so you can continue to lie. You continue to be something that you really not. Because the world won't accept the person that you really are. So that right there, it eats a lot of people up inside because they can't be who they actually want to be. They have to continue to put up an image. They got to be an actor. They can't never let their guard down. Because they got this image to uphold. But when you really being who you really need to be, when you really doing what you need to do, you don't have to live no lie because that's actually you. That's actually you doing what you need to do and being who you need to be. But the first part of that is stop lying to yourself. You can go out here, get all the likes, get all the views, get all the people following you that you want to follow, that want to follow you. But at the end of the day, once you turn that camera off, once you put that phone down, once you're off the live, you still got to deal with who you are. And are you willing to deal with that? Sometimes, and I'm going to say this, some people be so stuck on themselves, they don't care about the line. Some people so hooked on the likes and the views, they don't care about the lie. They don't care about lying to people as long as they getting the money. As long as you cash apping them, as long as you putting money in the super chat, hey, that's cool. I'll continue to lie to y'all. I'll continue to be false. And so many influencers that's on here that have tricked people out of their money, have tricked people out of their lives because these people was hurt. They was truly going through something. They weren't even lying to themselves. They was truly going through something. And you took your influence and you was manipulative and got them to do something because they was vulnerable at that time to do something that they really wouldn't do. Or be somebody that they really wasn't. All because of the line that you did, the image that you really don't have, and the person that you're not. So I'll say this. Be real to yourself. Be honest to yourself. Because that right there, you ain't got to worry about lying. You can just be who you are and live your life. You need to be happy with the life that you have. Because if you don't never be happy with the life that you have, you're always fighting to get more, fighting to do more. It's not nothing wrong with having more or wanting to do more. Don't get it wrong. But being happy and content with what you have, that's one of the best things going. I like this song by J. Cole, and it says, no life was better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. And the reason I like that song is that we fight so much for material things. We fight so much for the money, the house, the cars, the job, the women. We want the best of the best, right? And we not appreciative of our health and the things that we have right in front of us. I remember Steve Jobs. He was the CEO of Apple, and him passing away after all the money that he had, he still was like, I wish I would have spent more time with my daughter. I wish I would have spent more time with my family. And even Solomon, wisest man on earth, he said at the end of the day, all of it's just vanity. At the end of the day. So I just say this. Don't lie to yourself. Be true to yourself and accept who you really are. And that's what living your best life is all about. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Look, like, comment, subscribe. Drop down there in that comment box. Let me know what you think about the episode. If you want to follow me after this, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Real Men Talk Podcast. Like, share. Also follow those pages as well. And if you want to holler at me, Stanley Nash Jr., Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Let me know what you think about these episodes. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. Peace.